Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. Clayman Films himself, Dr. Livestream, on the 4th episode of Friday Night Gaming. Well, I hope everybody's doing well this time. Hope everybody's had a good Thanksgiving, you know. But obviously there are some different obviously there's something different. Duh. That's what I was trying to say before I stumbled over my words. I'm not in a call with anybody. Rosie's off doing his own thing. Razor's with his family currently, and it's just me. So it'll be one of those kind of streams where it's just ya boy, the main man himself, Dr. G. Man, that sounded depressing. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna just, get right on to it. So let's head on over to the game wheel. It's black. Why? There we go. Okay. For those of you who haven't been here before, this is a wheel. I'm gonna choose a game on here. I'm gonna play the game for, say, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 this time since nobody's here. And yeah, let's just get on to it. Ladies and gentlemen, and anybody else who identifies as something else. What's the game for tonight? Oh, very interesting. I forgot to take Roblox off there. Oops. We are going to play Coloring Pixels, everybody. It's a drawing game. Yeah, I know, very boring, but you know what? That's how I'm feeling right now. You know what? Let's just, yeah. There we go. Perfecto. Okay. Oh wait, I should also. Well, no, I think that'll be good. All right. Let's see if I can get this loaded up here for you. Let's hope it loads in. If not, then we're gonna have to. Okay, no, it is. Okay, we're good. Oh, of course. Hold on, let's just. Well, this is what I made it crash. Hold on 1 second. That's what I get for being a little impatient here. Sorry about that. Let's try that again. Shall we? I think we shall. There we go. Okay. Now this is back to what we were at before. As you can see, books. And what are on the books? Pictures. Let's do something that reminds me of what it's like right now. So it's winter time. Let's do this one. As you can see, there are numbers. And what do the numbers correspond to? They correspond to a certain color. So this is 1. Look, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Where are okay, that's 3. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Yeah. Pretty boring, but you know what? That's fine. We're just, that's just how it is. So, and boring is fine. Oh, see, look, I already goofed up right here. Sometimes you just need a little bit of boring in life. I mean, although I will say that I have played several games on here that I didn't think I would be playing in um playing just on the main channel regardless. So, just like let's just take this for example, like coloring pixels. It's drawing game. Very pretty low key, pretty boring. Although granted Razor draws quite a lot when I'm talking to him, and that's completely fine. You know why? Because it's something he likes to do. And I think that's pretty cool because I can't draw. I'm terrible at it. And the only thing I can draw are like Minecraft individuals. So, and that's all right, I suppose, cuz can't be good at everything. Well, technically you can, but it'd be very hard, I suppose. You know. Man, this is sort of a harder stream to do by myself, but you know what? We're just going to have to roll with it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Isn't there sound? Ah, here we go. All right, now where's the thing we did? Yes. All right. Now there's some music here for us. We're doing a little winter picture here. I think that's nice, because it did recently snow for quite a lot of us here in the States. And, it's starting to get cold now. It's like 20 degrees as a high, and it's pretty cold for November. But that's all right. Because if you stay warm and you stay inside, you'll be a-okay. But sometimes you need to go outside. You want to experience some of the weather. You know what I mean? So when you experience that weather, it's like, oh snap, it's cold. I gotta get a hat. Oh, there's some more up here. You see, this game's all about coloring in the little pixels. And then at the end of the road, you get a beautiful picture. And that's what makes this game really rewarding in the long run, You just color in anything that has the associated number with it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not very talkative for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess this is how it is. I mean, it is Black Friday, so for anybody shopping out there, good luck in the Walmart wars. Because we all know that the scalpers are going to be buying like 30 pounds worth of Pokemon cards to sell at such exuberant prices and on eBay and whatever, or wherever they sell those cards. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest here. This might be a little hot take, but I never really could get into that card business, with Pokemon, Magic of the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, because well, I don't know. When I was younger, I thought it was sort of weird, and it was like, I'm more into, toys, and then later on it evolved into video games, like the one I'm playing now. or Minecraft or whatever it was. And then nowadays it's evolved into, okay, it's cool, I guess, but I can't afford it and I don't got time for it, you know? It seems to be the running theme for me nowadays, that I don't have much time for anything. You know, and that's, at least except for my family, and that's what I think matters most to me. What do you mean what do I mean I think? I know it matters most. See, you guys are getting a live action look into how I record the Millennium of Minecraft videos. You get to hear the rambling of a guy who is, you know, trying to formulate thoughts in real time, but he can't. You know why? Because brain go burr. But yeah, Razor can attest to this because he's heard me try and formulate words in real time, and it sounds just as ridiculous as it sounds now, you know? Where's this other one? This other number one, it disappeared on me. There's one more left. Where could it possibly be? Where are you? Where are you, young man? I could swear somewhere close. Da 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 da. I know this probably looks terrible for the viewer, but you know, that's okay. Well, that's not okay. It's garbage is what it is, but you know what? I had never really sold myself on making grade A content because that would include selling my soul, something I will never do for you guys, because at the end of the day, if I sold my soul for you guys, then what would be left? The answer is nothing, quite literally and quite figuratively speaking, you know, because I'll have to come back for that for this last one. But yeah, there would be nothing left of my soul if I were to sell myself out to be more entertaining. It would cost many friendships probably along the way, and at the end of it, I would just be alone. And that would ultimately be the saddest thing ever, because, you know, if you sell out your friends, they hold on to that experience for as long as they live. And there are just certain people that you don't want to just upset, you know. And you know, and generally speaking, it's not very nice to sell people out, because one thing I've learned during the 4 months that I've separated from my friends was you got to make your yes mean yes and your no mean no. So you've got to remain steadfast in the response you get. So if you tell someone, hey, I'm willing to do this, and you say yes, or they ask something of you and you say yes, you make it mean yes. You don't say yes and then later back out of it because of something. You know? And and that brings up the question, well, what if you say yes and you know that you really can't do it? Well, then say no. there's no harm in that. I mean, sure, you might get some hurt feelings now, but it'll sting less later when you're when your friend gets the actual help that they need versus what you couldn't provide or whatever. This is a very strange hypothetical. I don't know why I got so philosophical on a live stream about coloring. I guess it's the music that's doing it. But oh well. That's just how it is, gentlemen and ladies, and anybody that counts themselves as something else. Because, it's just, I don't know. There's just something therapeutic about this, I guess. And talking to you guys by myself. I mean, sure, it's nice to have the boys here with me, but sometimes you just gotta be by yourself. You gotta have some alone time. And decompress and organize your thoughts. Because truly, at the end of the day, as much as I really, really appreciate hanging around Rosie and Razor and Fred and whomever else may join the server, you gotta just, you gotta take a breather. Because eventually you do have to go to bed. And eventually you do have to get up and go to the bathroom and go and eat breakfast or lunch or dinner. Or have a midnight snack or whatever you do. Sometimes you have to get up and go for a walk. Which is what I do quite a lot, and I like that. Gets me up off my keister and not being fat all the time. Although honestly, I need to do more than just not being fat. Need to be more active. That's a goal that I will continuously work on, though, I think. Because, I guess realistically, I mean, you can try to be as active as you like, but, sometimes you just won't have the time to do it, and frankly, my problem is that I do have the time to do it, just sometimes I just say, nah, fam, I'd rather not. And that's not really helpful for my health. You know what I mean? To whomever is watching. It's not helpful, to say, nah, I'd rather do this, Lots of brown everywhere, bro. Oops. Okay. Earlier, before I joined the stream, I was watching a movie called Darby's Rangers. It's a neat movie. It's about the American Rangers during World War II and their formation. And their adventure through North Africa and into Italy. I like historical stuff like that. I think it's important to remember where you came from in history and what others have done for you, Because without it, I know this might sound cliche, but you do end up repeating it. Maybe not all the time, and maybe not exactly word for word or action for action, but sometimes you do something similar to what somebody's already done 100 years before. And I don't know, I just think that it's you know, very, I don't know. Man, I keep saying I don't know. I truly do know, but I just can't find the words. I need to stop making myself out to be a bumbling oaf. My brother just ripped a fat one. Congratulations, broski. My brother has been farting up a storm over there. I'm glad my desk is not right next to him. That'd be gross. It probably smell like rotten eggs or something. Yeah, I really do enjoy this game. I forgot how very, very calm this game is, obviously. It's just drawing. Ooh. Good back crack right there. You just draw. You fill in the numbers that aren't filled. I'll find this one at some point, I'm sure of it. It usually pops up when you're looking for something completely different. I do need to make another Millennium of Minecraft episode. There's been some major updates in my life. Obviously, reconnecting with my friends is one of them. You all saw that live in the very first episode of this new stream series that I'm doing. Oops. Oh, I guess we filled those two. But, yeah, I think that you guys will find the new updates pretty interesting, to say the least. I do got another video idea too. I mean, it's very, very low key, very low low effort, I suppose, but it's, well, I guess technically by that note, anything can be low effort if you don't try hard enough. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying my very hardest to just, I guess, make content that I want to. Like this, I'm coloring for you guys, and you all are sitting there quietly enjoying me color this all in. This is a game I didn't think I would ever play on this channel, but here I am. Reason why? Well, because frankly, I think it'd be very interesting, and that's. And although that was like me 3 or 4 years ago, I was very much into Call of Duty, Doom, and just other games that were, run over here, shoot, kill, and constantly a lot of that all the time. And sure, I do play those games on and off, but I'm finding myself to be less and less inclined to play them, and there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. It's just, You know, sometimes your tastes change as you grow older. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if your tastes change as you grow older, it only shows that you're maturing as an individual. And you're changing, hopefully for the better. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I've been drinking soda a lot. That's why there's been so much burping on my end. Oopsies. Okay, where are these other twos at? Like, my man, they shouldn't be this hard to find. Oh, here they are. Here's some of them, at least. Oh, there's the last one. Boom. There we go. And there you get a little check mark at the bottom there, and you're done. Where are the twos at now? Oh, here's some down here. 1, 2, buckle me shoe. Alright. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, it's fine for your tastes to change over time, because if your tastes change over time, it just shows that you're growing and maturing. And because if we were to stay stagnant as the same person and not move forward in our lives, that would get pretty boring. And frankly, personally speaking, I've been there where I just don't change. And well, for any of you who have seen the Millennium of Minecraft episode, you know what I'm talking about. You know that that at some point it's gonna hit you like you're running into a brick wall, and that there's no point. Or no point. What did I say that for? Oh, there's another one. Boom. But at some point you're gonna say to yourself, hey, why don't you get better, man? I mean, you truly have to get better at some point. You truly have to change for yourself, at least. Because if you don't, then, like I said, you stay stagnant, and then you hit the brick wall, and then it's not a fun feeling. I remember feeling the way I did, and yeah, honestly, it's not great. You just feel like you screw up over and over again until you try and get it right. And I think that's the saddest part, and that's why I started becoming more religious, because I felt like my morals were slipping, not in the good way. We're gonna move on to number 3, so that way we don't just constantly keep looking for number 2s. But yeah, you just gotta keep trying it. And for those of you who are stuck and are like, well, I can't get better because I always fail, well then, the one thing that my dad always taught me whenever I would do my homework for math when I was a kid, and even now when I'm in college, is ask for help. That's what I did. I asked my mom to help me. asked my real life friends to help me, and they did. And truly, I think I think I'm in a better spot than I was 4 months ago. Because I feel better. I feel happier, you know? Because I know that I'm not lying to myself anymore. I know I'm not living. I know that I'm not trying to live 2 lives. I'm only trying to live one. One for me. And I think that's very important, you know, because if you try to live 2 lives, or you try to, as the Bible would put it, drink from one cup and drink from another, you just can't. Because there's a Bible verse. It's probably one of the things that I've continuously, well, not continuously, but my mind always goes back to it. You cannot serve 2 masters. It's a very true statement. You only have one loyalty. And usually your loyalty will lie with whichever one you've developed the most. And yeah. And the Bible, and what it says in that good book is true. I was trying to live in 2 worlds. Oops. But it didn't work out. My mind was constantly at war with itself, and you know, when you start fighting yourself, it's like a civil war in your own brain. And we all know how civil wars are. They are very terrible. Imagine that happening in your own mind. You know? It gets exhausting. And eventually you do have to quit. You have to quit the double life and choose one over the other. And that's what I did. That's what I did in May. I said I wanted I said I choose God. You know, I choose Jehovah. I don't think that's a choice I will ever consider as a regret. You know, because I was truly a very, very different person behind the recordings. And I feel bad for those who've met me during that time and have come to know me as someone who's only just a mean, rude jerk. But, you know, if any of you are watching this, maybe there is a hope for redemption between us, between whomever I've wronged and myself, this new reformed self, where I'm funnier, and that's, once again, Razor himself has said that I'm funnier, because one of the things I used to do quite a bit was swearing, you know, and as you can see, I've stopped doing it. It's not really because of the YouTube guidelines, it's because I wanted to stop. And it was hard at first, it truly was, but soon over time, the inclination goes away. And when that inclination goes away, so awesome. It truly is. I mean, because then you know that you've conquered one part of you that's been troubling you for a long time, and you move on to the next one. And I'd like for those of you who are in the same boat or in a similar situation, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, if you do screw up and you do fall down, well, you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you keep going. Because if you don't keep going, well then, it truly is over for you. And then there's not much anybody can really do to help you. But if you keep going and you keep striving to be a better person, you will become a better person. However, there is one little catch. There is one little caveat to this, and that's, while you might attain being a good person, the real battle begins in maintaining being a good person. Not only for yourself, but for those around you, for those whom you love and who you call friends, and even the regular passerby who doesn't even know you. It's very I don't know, it's very peaceful, I guess. That's the feeling that I get, that I'm at peace again, that I'm not having to be one way or the other with somebody, but rather that I am me. That I am myself wherever I go and whomever I meet. And I honestly think that's probably the best version of me that I can put forward. One that's not trying too hard to be funny, one that's not trying to be 3,000 things. 3,000 things? Nah, scratch that. One that's not trying to be Mr. Cool and be like Vanos Gaming or anything like that. Because honestly, that's... And let's go one step further. I mean, and even trying to be like Robert Benford. Because truly I'm not in either of those guys, And I don't think that for viewers who do want to stick around and see what I put out would want that. Because it would be disingenuous. You're not getting, you're not getting the real person. Oops. You're not getting a real person at that point. You're just getting some version that, or you're just trying to get a copycat at that point. Or you're not trying, but you are getting a copycat at that point. And that's very, I don't know, I guess that's just boring. And then you get locked into one way of doing content, and then your whole shtick is just being somebody else. I think the best advice I can give to anybody who's starting up on TikTok or Insta or Twitch or YouTube is that don't try to be like somebody else. Don't try to be like your favorite YouTuber or streamer or your favorite TikToker. Be yourself. Obviously, that doesn't mean be horrible. If you are somebody who doesn't have very, very great qualities per se, quote unquote. There are so many numbers. Where is... But yeah, that's just my general advice, I suppose. Just don't... Be yourself. Don't live two lives because it doesn't work out. Well, there's another one. Boop. I don't know what's gotten into me. I got super philosophical on y'all. I usually don't do that. Oh, there's another one. Boom. I'm getting very good at this, as you can see. Oh, here's the rest of those threes. Well, I guess we're just gonna go on to number 4. Ha ha ha. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, man, this game is pretty, I don't know. I like this game. Very good for my soul, I suppose. Just to, you know, color in numbers. See, look at that. Boom. Excuse me. Didn't have a clear throat there. Where are the other number 4s? Broski. Alright, whatever. We'll just go on to number 5. The picture is coming together, I suppose. Just a little bit here. 1 pixel at a time. See the last number 3. Boom. Ski. Ba 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 ba. Aw, snap. Okay, we're good. False alarm. And number 4 is done. Okay, very good, very good. See, look, I'm becoming a very... You could say I'm becoming Mr. Artisan Man. Painter. Yeah. I guess the... Go back onto this... Where are these numbers at, bro? I guess to go back to some personal topics, like me not swearing anymore. I truly do enjoy not swearing anymore. I mean, I think it's I don't know, I enjoy it. It's because you get to, use more of your you get to use more of your vocabulary versus when you do, because when you don't swear, you don't you just sort of limit yourself to uh, excuse me, to a couple of routine phrases and everything and whatnot. And eventually, over time, that just gets really, really, really boring. And, not only does it get boring, but everybody just gets tired of hearing it too. I mean, I'm sure you guys probably got sick of it after I did it so many times. And honestly, same thing with the crude humor too. I mean, like, after a while, you're just like, yeah, we know you're racist, but it's not really racism because it's, just a joke. That was an excuse that I used for myself, and honestly, I'm not a racist, but making racist jokes all the time, it got boring, it got old, and it got stale really quick. You just stopped being funny. And you just started being this toxic loser. And that was mainly me. I mean, I didn't want to be the guy in the group that always made the dark jokes all the time and kept on perpetuating it. It's like, you got to move on from that. You got to do better for yourself. You just got to keep moving forward. Because if you don't, life will leave you behind in a hot second. And that's true for me. I mean, I don't want to be left behind in the shuffle, I suppose. Not saying that I want to keep up with the world affairs, because, in order to be cool and hip nowadays, you gotta sell your soul. And like I said earlier, that's just not possible for me, because I like me. I like who I am. Friends that I know in real life like who I am. My mom and dad, my brother love who I am. And to sell that off just to be what, cooler and hip with the times? Forget it. I'd rather be outdated and old-fashioned, because then at that point people would truly notice me. And people will truly be like, hey, that guy's different. Why? And when you get to that point, that's just how it is. Are there certain things that I regret doing? Yeah, sure. But the way I see it, you really can't go back. As much as you'd like to go back and change the past, you can't. And therefore, like I said earlier, you have to keep moving forward. Living in the past and holding somebody accountable for something that happened in X amount of years ago truly won't help things. Although that being said, if you committed a crime or something, well then that's something different. But when it comes to, like, say you wronged a friend and you wronged them pretty bad, whether they want to forgive you or not is truly out of your control to a certain degree. Because you can do it as much convincing as you'd like, and as much convincing saying, hey, I've changed. Ultimately, the decision lies in them to move on, to whether to bury the hatchet completely or to, not do that. And frankly, that's what I've chosen to done. Whew. English, am I right? But that's what I've chosen to do for myself. Because one very unfortunate thing is that I like to beat up on myself a little bit when I don't get something right. I guess you could say I'm too hard on myself, and I wouldn't disagree with that sentiment. Although I think we all are hard on ourselves to a certain degree. And then, but one thing that you have to do sometimes is just get up, walk away. Who knows, maybe you're hungry, tired, thirsty, or maybe you have to go to the bathroom. And you have to sort of just reset and be like, okay. And look at it from a fresh perspective. Because truly that's how I think we should all operate. Stop, reset, and come back. Those who don't do that, well, I hate to say it, but you end up running yourself into the ground, and you end up getting yourself into a dead end or cornered on something that may or may not matter. And that's something I don't like, and that's something I don't want to do. You don't want to ruin yourself like that. So I guess my next bit of advice, well, if you got a problem, stop. Ask yourself these sets of questions. Am I hungry? Am I tired? Am I thirsty? Or do I need to, go relieve myself? If the answer is yes to any four of those, or it's all four, then go take a break. Get up, stretch your legs, do something. Separate yourself from the issue. I mean, that's what I do when let's say a homework problem is bothering you and you're starting to get emotional about it. Well, stop. Take a break. Go do something else for a little bit. Let your mind reset. And that's another thing this is another piece of wisdom that I've learned from my father. Or father. what am I? But this is another piece of wisdom that I've learned from my dad. It's that stop and think before you react. Because truly, some of the worst mistakes that you can make can be avoided by stopping and thinking. You know, and if you stop and think before you react, you will, well, you'll save yourself a lot of trouble from situations that can be avoided. Oh yeah, it's all coming together, folks. And yeah, just stopping and thinking. That is truly where it all starts. And I think that's just common sense too. I think a lot of what I'm saying is common sense that, you know, that I think is lost in the sauce in real life amongst people who aren't on the internet all the time. And that's, I don't know, I guess that's sort of sad in a way, because you see people who you'd think would be responsible and intelligent and very, very forward thinking, but then they reveal their hand and then they show that they're not that instead they're reactionary and react on emotions, don't react well to certain situations. And I don't know, I guess my emotional maturity is just different, I suppose, from certain individuals that I've seen in my lifetime. Although not saying that I've lived very long, because I've only lived 22 years, but still, I'm still trying to spread as much wisdom as I can from myself, from my 22 years of existence, to those who are possibly younger that are watching. Because, well, let's be real here. Some of you aren't as mature as I am, and that's okay. Because one day you will achieve that level of maturity. One day you will be mature enough to handle certain things that you can't handle right now. And, you know, and hopefully whatever I say now during this live stream won't go unnoticed, won't go untouched in a way. And before one of you accuses me of saying, well, if you're so perfect, then do you make mistakes? Well, yeah, sure I do. Although I doubt anybody's really going to say that. Because in reality, we are all imperfect. We've been imperfect since day one. No matter how much your mom and dad tell you otherwise. We all have our imperfections, whether it be mental or physical. Some of us have our own. We are all allotted our own set of challenges at birth, you know, and I guess in a way, it is not a pity party, it is not the pity party Olympics. Whatever I choose to tell you whatever I choose to tell you all in videos, whether it be Millennium of Minecraft or a live stream like this, It's because I choose to share it, not because I feel obligated to, or I feel like, hey guys, look at me, I'm suffering more than you. Because in reality, that's truly not who I am. And one thing that really does help me to readjust is that yeah, sure, I might have it bad now, but there are other people who have it worse than I do. And that with their own set of challenges, they struggle just to get through a single day. And that's and in some cases it's truly humbling. I've I don't think I've ever taken it upon myself to brag about anything because, well, in reality, what do you get from bragging? Truth is, not a lot. You get a lot of eyes on you, and then people will see you as somebody who's a loudmouth and then move on. You don't get many friends by bragging. You certainly do not get many friends by being fake. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. It's been ah, I've been just ranting and rambling and carrying on about who knows what, thinking I'm Aristotle of ancient Greece or wherever he came from. Uh, or or if CGMB was here, he'd say, "Plato man, analyze." uh, but yeah, I guess to just sort of get back on topic, I suppose. You don't you aren't going to get many people on your side per se by bragging because, well, if you brag, you show how not humble you are. You show that you're arrogant and that you're, and that you think that you're worth more than you actually are. And in some cases, that is true. Sometimes you are worth more than some people give you credit for. But in other cases, sometimes you're not. And that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be the little guy, you know, and not to be the big guy. Sometimes sometimes it's all right to have a smaller role in how things are. And honestly, it's okay with me because I don't need to have some grandiose role where I'm leading the charge on whatever. Sometimes you just sometimes something smaller helps you keep adjusted and keeps you grounded to reality. I know I'm skipping over several numbers here, but that's because I just can't find those last couple of pixels. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't deal with that. And look at that. There they are right there. See you later. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, I think it's fine to have a smaller role so long as you're doing it good and doing it nice and up to what is expected of you, you know. And one other thing I think is good is just to be honest, you know. If you're honest with yourself, you can be honest with others and you don't have to tell a lie. You know. And I think that's, you know, I think that's truly pretty good, you know, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with other people. And you're going to lie and you're going to tell lies and make people believe those lies. And unfortunately, I've done that quite a bit in my life, where I've lied to my mom, my dad, my brother, and, you know, more times than I care to admit. But what truly, however, that being said, I do not see myself as a liar anymore. I see myself rather as just somebody who matured. Somebody who went past all that. Boom. Look at that. It's all coming together. And if you keep moving forward with yourself, and you're honest with yourself, you'll be honest with everybody else. Being honest with yourself is really helpful because sometimes you got to make a hard choice and you got to be like, okay, do I really want to do this or do I not want to do this? And, you know, sometimes you don't. What is this music? This sounds like Minecraft's speed build kind of music. Really do enjoy this painting, and I think it's coming along quite nicely. I guess you could say I'm a regular Bob Ross. Okay, well, maybe not Bob Ross. I'd say he's out of my league. Who else is a good painter? Oh, excuse me. Good grief. Maybe I shouldn't drink soda before I do my stream. Oh, where's the last one? Where is it? Where is it? Still haven't found these two numbers. These two. Yeah, but you know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. Just takes time. Ooh, gotta chill. Although, granted, it's like... How cold is it outside? $18 degrees. Yep. 18 degrees on a November day going into December. This year's gone by so fast, but it's changed me quite a bit. In a good way. And hopefully it's changed all of you in a good way too. You know, hopefully you've done some positive growth and whatnot. Oh boy. Well, hey, would you look at that? It looks like somewhere in Colorado or maybe Montana or something. Maybe even South Dakota, out west near the Black Hills. Huh, where could those last number 11s be? Ah, here they are. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's not all of them, though. Ah, tricky, eh? Oh, here's a couple of them right here. There's that one right there. Ah, there's the last number 7. Ha ha! You couldn't hide from me, sonny. Boom, boom. Number 11 done. Number 12 done. See, I told you I get those. You just gotta trust in the process. Sorry if this is not very entertaining for those of you who were expecting something with action tonight, but guess what? It's my stream. I get to stream whatever I want. Ha ha, except for what's on the guidelines. Then I don't get to stream whatever I want. Such as Fail Fort. Yeah, that's right, YouTube. I just called you out. How dare you? Oh, yeah. And one other series that I've been sort of binge watching again recently for like the 3 millionth time is MASH. It's about a bunch of army doctors in Korea and the shenanigans that go on at their mobile army surgical hospital known as MASH 4077. I like that. I like that series a lot. I think it's got its moments of justified seriousness, but also, you know, good, clean, lighthearted fun most of the time. Some of the jokes on there haven't aged well since it was made in the 70s, going on early 80s. But you just gotta, you know, I don't know. I've I've always been fond of it. It's always held a special place in my heart since my mom would always watch it on a DVD set when I was just a wee lad. Honestly, I think that a lot of older movies from back then are just, I don't know, I think they're just better. You know, they're just, you know, I don't know, I guess I like them more. They're cleaner, they're sometimes better made, at least for the time period they were made in, and they aren't, they don't try to be more than they are, you know? And I think that's really good, you know? Bunch of 14s up in here and 17s in this pocket. Ah, here are the rest of the 13s. Boom. Oh, let's see. Oh, we ran out of 13s. Oh, there's a couple more right there. Here's some more numbers. Man, these pixel numbers are all looking the same. Good grief. There's gotta be some in here, I know it. Oh, hey, Kyler. Yeah, welcome back indeed. Yeah, it's been a bit, but you know, back on the saddle again. You know, enjoying myself. And truly this time, for real, you know. Ay, ay, ay. You're a funny guy, Kyler. You know what? Let's move on to number 14 because I can't find those number 13s to save my life. And sincerely, I hope you're doing well too, Kyler. I mean, it's been a long time. I don't have Snapchat anymore, so I don't know how you guys are doing on there, but I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you all are having a good time with your family and with your friends, and you know, move and getting on with your life. And I hope film school for you, Kyler, is doing well. You know, because you know, I'd hate to hear through the grapevine that you ended up homeless in like Los Angeles or something. Because that would suck. Truly. Because then you'd be amongst all the other fellas who are in a sad situation for themselves out there. I certainly hope this stream doesn't get copyright stricken or copyright claimed, because that would just really just kill me. Then I would have to do another episode 4, or just like episode 4.5 or something, like Lion King 1.5 or something like that, you know. Then you got yourself into a real big pickle there, jelly old pal. Jelly? Where did I get jelly from? See, this is what happens when I talk to myself too much. You just end up rambling, and then you just start going into circles, and then you go insane, and then time turns into a flat circle. Oops. Ah, there it is. There's the last number 8. Boom. Ooh, look at all these. Oh man. Ooh. It really is starting to come together. Look at that. I'm quite the artisan. Oh wait. Hold on. Oh no, where were you? There you are. Boom. And now there's just one more, and I can't seem to see it anywhere in here. Number 15 is next up on the block. Yeah, holy smokes. Holy smokes. What am I saying holy smokes for? What's holy about smoke anyway? Riddle me that, Batman. I don't know if people find me cringeworthy, and if you do, well, maybe you should do some self-reflection, my friend. And see and look into yourself. Self-reflection is always good, because you know where you stand and you hope to change it. Oh, there's the last number 13 right there. Boom. Ah. I tend to do that often in this game. I just get going and then you run over different numbers and it's like, ah, man. Oh well, that's fine. Sorry I'm not talking a lot. I'm just, I don't know, I guess I'm just enjoying the music. I'm sure you guys are too. The music is very peaceful. At least it would be if I wasn't yapping all the time. But guess what? This is my stream, and if you don't like it, then you can go smell a toad. Alrighty. Pixel by pixel, I will conquer this picture. Alrighty. The mountain is slowly taking shape. Oh man. This is a really big picture. Yeah, would you look at that? I got the tree done, I got most of the sky. Now I just need to get this stinking mountain underway. Oy, oy, oy. This is tedious, broski. Like Bromigo, how many pixels do I have left to go? Where? Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, And some here. Boom. Done. Oh, praise the Lord. And pass the ammunition. Old World War II song. For any of you who didn't know. Oh, Fubber Duke. No! I just painted over that. Okay. My ear itches. And my arm itches. But you guys don't care about that. You care about me painting these pixels. Or coloring these pixels, rather. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what Razor always wanted me to do. Become an artisan. I hope he's doing alright. Hope he's having fun with his little niece. Having fun with his brother and his sister-in-law. On this fine November night. I sound super poetic for some reason. Do I wax poet? No, I don't. Why? Because I'm not very smart like that. Actually, that's a lie. I am of average intelligence. I'll give myself that much credit. Anything more than that, I will deny it. We're on to the home stretch. Only 2 numbers to fill in, ladies and gentlemen. And then the mountain is complete. Fiddlesticks. Oh, one more. Where is it at? Reminds me of Fallout 4's soundtrack just a little bit. Oh, where are you at? You're sneaky, aren't you? Where's this last 19 at? There it is. Boom. Number 20 now. This will be the final part of the mountain. this. Look at we go. Or look at me go. I am the artisan. Truly a master of color. A master of the ink. An ink master. Sounds like something you'd get as a title from art class. Ink master. Okay. Oh man. Alright, there we go. We're finishing it up. Look at me go. I am the artisan. I've said that, what, like 5 times now? Man, I really need to get some new material. My fingers are getting cold. Sorry. There we go. I did it. Oh man, look at that. Look at it all come together like that. Excuse me. Oh. You know what, chat? I'm gonna leave you to marvel over this for a little bit, while I and to enjoy the music, while I go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I've returned. And now it is time to do a new painting. What looks good here? Well, let's do this one. Oh, that is like... Well, actually, here, yeah, this one should be good. Polar bears. Ooh. This will be easy. Just, sort of do one of these maneuvers and hope to get everything you can. Just painting. Oh, come on. Oh no, it's not working as well as I thought it would be. Okay. Oh yeah, I learned how to whistle too, like a while ago too, and I've been doing it to my mother's expense, nonstop. Maybe not nonstop, but she does get on me. She's like, "Stop! Whistle outside!" Gaw! I find it pretty funny. But I don't do it to annoy her all the time. You know. Because that would be very inconsiderate of me. Let's go on this way and go up here. And you might be asking yourself, well, Clay, why did you pick the polar bears? Canadian A? Haha, do you like drinking Coca-Cola during Christmas? Well, truth is, I really don't like Coca-Cola. I'm more of a Dr. Pepper kind of guy. Always have been. And, well... And, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? I know what it's... You know what? I had... You know what? That's... I think that's the best way you can explain it here. I had... And then it was gone with the wind. Gone away. Sayonara. But yeah, I've been more of a Coca-Cola, or not. What? No, wrong. I've been more of a Dr. Pepper kind of guy. Everybody's always about, you see those memes about, oh, Coca-Cola man versus Pepsi man. Well, guess what? I'm more of Dr. Pepper, you know? I like that more often than not. Where did they go? You can see the outline of the polar bears here. But I guess to go back to the original question, why did you pick polar bears, Clay? To the one person that probably didn't ask. Well, I'll tell you why. You know why? Because it's winter. And polar bears remind me of winter. Especially up in the North Pole or wherever they're at. Oh! Opened me soda. Delicious. Sorry. Excuse me. This is supposed to be chill, not go absolutely buck wild. Boom, boom, boom. We'll just get those number ones later. We'll just get these here instead. Gonna be honest here, I didn't think me streaming coloring pixels would be so popular. Aw, snap. I broke it. There we go. But here we are. Coloring away. Being the artisan. Painting mountainscapes and polar bears. Oh, why do I keep doing that? There's so much of the same number, you might as well just comb it all over with just like... See, look at that. We're already down to 1,400. Oh, man. Let's see if anybody's actually joined the live stream server. Nope, nobody has. Bring this back up. Oops. Hold on, 1 second. There we go. Okay, we're back to normal now. And we just keep on painting, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary pals. I know that sounds pretty liberal of me, but you know what? It's 2025, and at this point, if you're worried about somebody's gender, then don't really know what to tell you. I'll just leave it at that before I get angry, nasty comments going, well, you sold out. I didn't sell out, child. What are you talking about? I would never sell my soul to McDonald's Incorporated. McDonald's Incorporated. I could imagine Razor going, what are you saying? Oh, man. And I can also imagine Jorston asking himself, what did Clay mean by this? He must be very whimsical nowadays. uh, See, look, it's stuff like that, or I just, I don't have to rely on shock humor to be funny. It's just, I make something up, and I just go with it until it doesn't make sense anymore. I keep sighing a lot. I don't know what's that all about. Maybe it's because I have more wrinkles on my head than my booty cheeks. Why did I say that? Good grief, man. Some of this is just, oh man, it's making me antsy for some reason. I don't know why. Stop being antsy, Clay, and this is just painting. Chill in your village, bromigo. Oh. Ah, mountain painting. Mountain painting? This is polar bears. Oh, I'm regressing as the longer I just, yeah, that. See, this is why I like having other people in a Discord call and I do a stream, because they say things and they say new stuff, I'll say new stuff. Instead, there's nobody on, and you just got me being a dork by myself on a stream with barely any activity outside of Kyler During here. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Well. What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, I should talk about the stream a little bit. Oh, that was a big L. L plus ratio. I will get ratioed on GameJolt.com. But excuse me. But so one thing about the wheel is that oh my goodness, stop doing that. There we go. Jeez Louise. One thing about the wheel is that or at least one flaw that I noticed is that when I do it, there's a chance it will land on a game that I've already played. So like say Roblox, Oh, Roblox, Castle Crasher, Castle. Wow, Castle Crashers, and now coloring pixels and Deltarune. So what I've done is I will remove those games for say maybe a couple weeks, or maybe a week at most, and then they'll be re-added when I decide they should be re-added, you know? Ay, ay, ay. So much coloring, so little time. This music is getting more depressing as the stream goes on. How many twos are there? Good grief, man. Good grief, man. Do they really like this color or this shade of white so much that they decided, hey, let's use it on every single part? No, I say. You scallywags. Now I'm talking like a pirate. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. I'm gonna steal your gold and chuck you in the sea. It's funny. Now laugh. I say that, and then Razor starts laughing, and then I keep going with it, and I go like, "Why aren't you laughing?" And then he's, and then it just carries on, and you know how it be. It's always a grand old time with those boys. Oops. Well, I lost. Oh well, whatever. Stream analytics do not matter, at least not to me. As long as there's people showing up, that's all I care about. Oh my lord, there are so many. So many, I tell ya. So many, I tell ya, lad. not even from across the pond, and I do terrible accents. I don't know. I don't even know why I try. But I guess that's the point. Is that I try. I try to be funny. There's 34 more? Where? Where, I see? Oh, they're so cheeky with these placements here. I feel like they got it in here too, and then there, and then. Oh, what the poop-a-doop-a-doop, bro. There's a bunch of Captain Underpants, I tell you that. 21. Where are they at? Where are they at? Oh, there's a couple here. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh my goodness. Do not be, he says. Well, I can knock that guy out. Where's the number 10? I know he's around here somewhere. Boom. Okay, now we just gotta find the last... You know what, forget it. We're just gonna start on number 3, and then if I see him, we'll get him. Look, there's one right there. Boom, got him. Haha, so cool. Oh, look, there's another one right there. Boom. What did I tell you? Pain. I don't know if we're gonna get the polar bear picture done, but I'm gonna try my best. Who knows? Maybe I'll do some overtime for you. Good grief! I sound like. Well, there's another number 2 right there. Boom. I think we're coloring the polar bear now, at least, or one of them. Man, we are getting through this. Or at least we're starting to somewhat take shape. Oh, look at that. Boom. Unless that was already colored and I went over it by accident, which could be the case. Oh, look at that. There's another one right there. Ah. Shameful. I might have to move on from that color. Okay. I haven't had any dinner yet. I should probably go get something to eat after this stream. Oh, it looped back to the main theme. Oh, there's some. That's how long I've been playing this game where it loops now. Or maybe it's gonna play some new tracks. I don't know. This is probably the most amount of time I've ever put into this game. Oh man, my fingers are starting to get really cold. Gonna need the heater turned on here soon. Because where I record my videos, it gets pretty darn cold because it's over the garage, and the garage the heated garage is no longer heated, so you know. Curse these former owners of this house. I hate everything you stand for. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. For those of you who think I'm serious, settle down. That's... Oh! Oh, I painted over an 8 and a 9. And the numbers, what do they mean, Mason? Good grief, man. I don't know what the numbers mean. Oops. Oh, I gotta sit up. Man. Well, we got. At least we can see an outline of a polar bear, and I think her little cubs there. Mama bear and her little cubs. Man, I don't know if I'll have kids one day. I know that just came right out of the blue, but you know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I won't guarantee it, but I won't say it won't ever happen. You know? I'm too close to the microphone. Oops, sorry about that, fellas and ladies. Four more for 5. Oh, there's one. Make that 3 more. Where are the other 5s? Oh, there. Okay, one more. Uno. Or one. Boom. Done. Excuse me. Ay, ay, ay. Why do I keep saying that? I don't know why I keep saying anything. I think you guys enjoy it when I'm quiet, to be honest. Although I'm not super talkative because, there's not really there's nobody to bounce my thoughts off of. And that harkens back to what I said earlier in the stream, that I like to have somebody else there. Why I like streaming when with Razor and Rosie, because whenever I say something, they'd react, and then, they'd, or maybe they'd say something and I would react, and it would, wouldn't just be a one-way street. And that's, I don't know. That's fine, I suppose, Like I said even earlier in the stream, sometimes you just need some time to yourself. And that's what this is. Time to ourselves. I really appreciate that. And plus, I don't need to be around my friends all the time. I mean, it's great to hang around them, but sometimes you do get sick of them. Not saying that I have recently, but, just saying. It's bound to happen. Oh, I'll keep on painting over 7s, bro, and 8s. And see, look, I keep doing it. Oh. Where is it? Where are the other ones, bro? Oh, where are they at? Where are they at? Oh, there's one. Boom. Okay, one last one. Give it to me. Give it to me. You know what? I think this is a good place to call it, actually. We only got a few colors left, but, there's not really much else left to do here, so, yeah. Thank you all for tuning in, for those of you who did. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe for more. I would deeply appreciate that as well, because it shows that you guys do want to see more of this. And yeah, I will see you all next Friday, and hopefully there will be other folks here with me, that way I'm not alone in the stream, because frankly this is just evidence of me talking too much. But no, seriously, really appreciate you all. I really appreciate all of you, or those who did show up. And I'll see you all in the next stream.